So think of this as a practice. So think about practicing the moves rather than just a workout where we're getting super tired. Think about the skill of each move. Think about the form, the technique. Challenge the muscles, preserve the joints. Okay? So have that mindset today. Nothing wrong with challenging yourself a little bit. So challenge is great, but we never want to sacrifice form and technique. So try to keep that the top priority. All right, let's rock and roll. So up on the feet, we're going to start with just a few minutes of dynamic movement to get the heart rate up, connect the mind with the body. So we'll start, find a line or an imaginary line. Just take a step over and a step back. Finding your midfoot, soft feet, step over, step back. A little dance move here. Take your time, don't rush through. Same pattern, let's switch to the lead foot. So the same move, just leading with the opposite foot. Over, over, back, back. Excellent. We'll go to jumping jacks coming up next, either stepping or hopping the feet out, pulling the arms up over the shoulders. In and out with the feet, up and down with the arms. Really think about good posture here. So keep the core tight. Ribs are stacked right over the hips. Soft feet. Again, you can step through if you need less impact. We got 10 seconds to go on the jumping jacks. Let's speed it up just a bit. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Good. Forward and backward jog coming up next. Take a few jogs forward, a few jogs backwards. Don't have to cover a ton of ground. And if you don't have any space to work with, just jog in place. So jog forward, back pedal back. Jog forward, back pedal back. Okay, little progression here as you jog out. Reach opposite hand down towards opposite toe, back pedal back, and then repeat. Alternate the lead leg that you're reaching towards or the lead toe that you're reaching towards. Jog forward, drop the hips, eyes ahead. Excellent work. Good, shuffles are next. 2 or 3 shuffles going side to side. Athletic stance, pick the feet up. No injuries here, so don't feel like you have to rush through. You can always speed it up if you feel comfortable with the pattern. Again, think of it as a practice. Think of it as a skill. Good, let's add a squat at the end now. So shuffle, shuffle, squat. You can tap the hand down towards the floor, but keep the chest up. So same pattern, shuffle, squat, tap. Heart rate should be coming up a bit here. Good. That's good for that one. We've got a squat pattern coming up next. So just a classic squat to start. Get low, get tall, squeeze the butt at the top. And we'll get 4 or 5 reps here, trying to keep the torso upright, full foot on the ground. Once you get 4 or 5, let's add some rotation at the top. So squat, stand, pivot, and then punch across the body. And then repeat on the opposite side. Excellent. Take a wide stance, lateral lunge, shift your weight from side to side. Bend into the leg you shift towards, other leg straightens out. 10 toes facing straight ahead. Excellent work. Let's set the hands underneath the shoulders, step back, push-up position, press 10 fingers into the floor, brace the midsection, and let's roll the shoulders over the wrists, activating the muscles around the forearms. Once you get a few revolutions in one direction, let's rewind, go the opposite way. Excellent. Float the hips up, take a look back at the feet, pedal out. One heel to the ground, bend the other knee, alternate side to side. Good, glide back to a high plank, world's greatest stretch. Step the right foot outside the right hand. Open up the right arm to the sky, get long across the chest. Good, set the right hand down inside the foot, left arm reaches up. Now wrap the hands around the front foot, dropping the back heel down, straighten out, lift the front toe, hamstring stretch. Good, let's step back and start over on the other side. Left foot outside the left hand, drop the left elbow towards the ankle, and then open up the left arm to the sky, get long. Good, set the left hand down inside the foot, right arm reaches up. And now wrap the hands around the front foot, dropping the back heel down, straighten out, lift the front toe, hamstring stretch. Good. Inchworms coming up next. So high plank position, keeping the legs straight. Slowly walk the hands to the toes. When you get there, pause and walk back out to your high plank. Let's repeat for 2 more reps, total of 3. Excellent. Bring it back to the feet. Knee hug into a forward lunge. Hug a knee to the chest. Stay up tall. Come up on the opposite toe. Step forward. Step backwards and repeat. We'll get a couple on each. Once you get a couple on each, quad stretch, heel to butt. Reach the opposite hand to the sky. If it feels all right, hinge forward, hinge back, swap sides, 2 on each. So heel to butt, reach the other hand to the sky. Hinge forward. Little balance. Stand and repeat. Good. Standing tall, swing the arms in front of the chest. Open and close. Give yourself a hug. And then pull the hands up over the shoulders. Back to the hips. Good. A press and pull. Coming up next, hands at the shoulders. Reach up, pull back. Reach up to the ceiling, pull back in. Try to maintain good posture. Raise the roof. And then a squat progression. Hinge at the hips, touch the toes, drop into a squat, proud chest, reach up, and then stand up, full foot on the ground. So toe touch, squat, reach, stand, and repeat. Toe touch, squat, reach, stand. 3 or 4 reps on that one. Once you get your 3 or 4, you can stretch what you need, grab some water if you wish. We're gonna get rocking and rolling with our first move, which looks like this. We're gonna be in a split squat position. 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, dip the back knee. So the back knee is floating off the ground just a few inches. And either with a dumbbell or just grasping the hands together, we're gonna rotate just gently, not twisting at the lower back. So belly button is squared straight ahead. And we're just adding a little bit of rotation. So we've got that split squat hold and a little bit of rotation. We're using the core to resist twisting. So we don't really want to twist. So there's a difference between twisting the torso and just adding a little bit of movement. Notice the torso stays bulletproof. So you can add a little bit of movement, option to go with weight if you've got it. The weight is, depending on what you've got, you wouldn't want to go super heavy because your arms are going to be extended out. Halfway, we'll switch the lead leg. Okay, so if you don't have any weight, or if the weight is too much, just grab or clasp the hands together. And we got a little rotation, but we're using the midsection to resist the twist. Okay, vertical front shin, strong legs, strong core. 3, 2, 1, begin. So just going side to side, about shoulder to shoulder. We don't want to go further than that. Okay, so it's just a small range of motion. Feel the core work to resist twisting and side bending. Legs are also working as well. Let's work for another few seconds on this leg. 3, 2, halfway. Let's switch to the lead leg. Same pattern with the other leg forward. Dip the back knee lower to make it tougher on the legs. You can always stand up a little bit taller to make it easier. Feel the core work. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Next move, plank position. We're down on the forearms. We're going to alternate reaching arms in front. So plank position, pull the belly button to the spine. Get nice and bulletproof in this form. If this is enough, just stay here. For an added challenge, alternate reaching one hand at a time as you reach. Mindful of the hip shift. Imagine that you're balancing a glass of water on the lower back. So again, we want to use the core to resist rotation as well as extension. So we don't want to rise and lower the hips. We want to be flush against or parallel to the floor. Okay, time on in 3, 2, 1, begin. So plank position, reach ahead, don't rush through. Again, think of this as a practice. You're just practicing the skill of this move and thinking about the muscles, particularly the shoulders and the core. So activate the muscles around the abs, stay strong at the shoulders, forearm driving into the floor. Reach ahead and then pull back in. You may need to widen the stance a little bit. We want to avoid the twist at the hips. We'll work for another 10 seconds. Reach ahead, pull back in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. All right, with the towel, we've got a slam. So get tall with a towel or a sweatshirt. Slam it down onto the floor. You got 5 reps. And then you got 10 quick jumping jacks. 5 slams, 10 jacks, cycle through. See if you can get a couple rounds through. Time on in 4, 3, 2, 1. Begin. Think about accelerating the towel down to the floor. Once you get 5 reps on the slam, you got 10 quick jacks. So a little cardio section here. Trying to focus on power as you slam, and then agility and speed on the jack. 10 seconds to go. Good work. 3, 2, 1. Time. All right, last move of round 1. Tall kneeling shoulder press. So we're in a tall kneeling position. We're down on the knees. Be sure to extend the hips, but not lean back. So we want a straight line from the knees up to the shoulders. And if you've got dumbbells, you're going to press to the sky without losing your posture. If you don't have dumbbells, imagine you do. Just press straight up and pull straight back in. Okay, again, I'll time this. Think strength. Time on in 4, 3, 2, 1. Begin. Exhale as you punch. Brace the midsection. Again, we don't want to lean back. So use your breath. Again, if you don't have dumbbells, no sweat, or if the dumbbells are too much, you can always go body weight. If you only have one, you could hold the ends of the dumbbell and go through the same pattern. Good finish here. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Excellent work. We're back to the top. Split stance position. 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. Clasp the hands together. Option, if you've got it and you'd like a little extra challenge to hold the dumbbell, again, that's just an option. Time on 4, 3, 2, 1. Begin. So we're challenging the lower body here in that hold. So we're just bulletproof there. Use the abs to resist twisting. So it's just going side to side a few inches with the hands. We're not twisting at the lower back. Belly button and core is sort of squared straight ahead. So brace the midsection. 3, 2, halfway switch to the lead leg. Split squat hold with that rotation. Just going side to side. Focused on good posture and technique. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Awesome job. Heading to that plank. So you're down on the forearms. Option for the alternating reach. Again, imagine you're balancing an object on the lower back. Start late if you need to. Otherwise, my time on in 3, 2, 1. Begin. Think about activating the muscles around the core. Stay tight at the quads, glutes, but don't forget to breathe. Think about owning the movement. So you're controlling the full range of motion, just really focusing on resisting rotation. That's why I'm saying balance an object on the back. Think about staying steady at the core. Strong shoulders, strong abs. Good strength team. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Awesome job. Going to the slam. So either a towel, sweatshirt, shirt. If you do have a medicine ball that does not bounce, you've got that option. Time on in 3, 2, 1. Begin. So 5 slams. Think power. Once you get your 5, got 10 jumping jacks. Think about explosive power on the slams and then speed and agility on the jacks. Halfway there. about sinking into a half squat or 3/4 squat as you slam. Maintaining posture throughout. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time shoulder press. So either with 2 dumbbells, if you've got matching dumbbells, 1 dumbbell you could hold the end. If you don't have anything, just get great technique. Extend the arms up to the sky and repeat. 4, 3, 2, 1. Begin. Punch the sky. Bicep next to the ear at the top. Be sure not to lean back. So ribs are stacked right over the hips. Brace the midsection. You do have those 2 dumbbells. Really grip the handles tight. Imagine molding your grip right into the handles. Feel the muscles of the shoulders work. And as always, if something feels a little bit sketchy or doesn't feel right, be sure to scale back. You can always take the weight away if it feels like a little bit too much or if it bugs the shoulder joint. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Tremendous. 2 rounds complete. We've got 1 round to go. So running it back to the top, split stance position, strong legs. Don't forget to brace the midsection, resist that twist. Clasp the hands together, option to hold the dumbbell for a little added challenge. 3, 2, 1, begin. So just going shoulder to shoulder with the hands out in front. It's not a big twist. So we're avoiding the twist at the core. So core is just bulletproof. The hands are really the only thing to move. You're using the obliques, the core to resist twisting. 5 seconds on this leg. 4, 3, 2, halfway. Let's switch the lead leg. Same thing on the other leg. Really bulletproof down low, strong legs here. Feel the muscles work. Good strength. Again, mastering the move. Technique first, and then challenge. 3, 2, 1. Time. Awesome job. Heading to that plank. Coming up next. So down into a prone position. Forearms are down. You can always just hold the regular plank. Again, torso is parallel to the floor, so we don't want to hyperextend at the back or pike the hips. Just trying to get bulletproof in that form. Option to reach, alternating from side to side. 3, 2, 1. Begin. As always, you can start a little bit early. If you're ready to rock and you can dial in the move and challenge yourself appropriately, you can start early. Same thing goes if you need to start a little bit late. So if you need to take an extra breather so you can make the most out of the move, that's fine as well. Again, challenge by choice. You know your body best. Last 10 seconds here. Stay strong, but don't lose technique. 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Awesome job. All right. Slam. So the idea here is really trying to move the towel quick. So we're explosive. 5 reps. And then agility on the jacks. Time on in 4, 3, 2, 1. Begin. 5 slams, 10 jacks. Cycle through. Can you get a couple rounds? Trying to stay in good posture as you accelerate the towel to the ground. Trying to move quick and powerful. And then quick on the jacks. Halfway. Can you get one more round through? Last 10. 3, 2, 1. Time. Awesome job. One more move of this block. Shoulder press. Again, if you just have 1 dumbbell, or if that's the right amount of weight to challenge you on this exercise, you could go with 1. If you do have matching, go with 2. If you're just body weight, this is your move. Time on in 3, 2, 1. Begin. Think about squeezing the butt without hyperextending at the back. So use the strength of the glutes to lock you into this vertical position from the kneecaps right up to the shoulders. Ribs are right over the hips. Again, we don't want to flare. We don't want to lean back. Activate the muscles around the core. Exhale as you punch. Think strength. Final 12 seconds. Can you get 2 or 3 quality reps? 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Awesome job. Great start, y'all. Let's take a breather, grab some water. All right. While you're taking a break, I'll show you our next move. So you could use either the resistance band. You could also use dumbbells for this. Romanian style deadlift is our next move. So if you do have the band, you're going to step on it, put as much tension as you need in the band. So you can double up like I'm doing. You're going to step on it with both feet. And we're going to hinge here. So hinge, different from a squat, lead with the hips. Imagine closing a car door with the butt. So really set your hips back. And then chest comes forward, maintaining good posture. So we don't want to roll at the spine. Keep the shoulder blades active. So you got a straight line from the back of the head to the hips. And then we're going to come back up to the top. So hinge, exhale and stand. Now you could do the same pattern with the dumbbells if you've got them. So same pattern, you could go with dumbbells. And again, if you don't have any equipment, just imagine you do. Hamstrings, the muscles in the back of the thigh, that's the primary mover here. So really think about squeezing the hamstrings to pull you back to the top. At the top, squeeze the butt, lock yourself in a good vertical plank position. Again, approach this as a practice. You're trying to get the best technique with each rep and think about the muscles at play. 3, 2, 1, begin. So send the hips back. You can have a slight bend in the knees, but it's not a squat. So send the hips back, trying to load the muscles of the hamstrings and the glutes. Straight line in the spine, don't roll. Got to maintain good posture. We want to feel it in the lower body, not the back. So we want to feel it in the hamstrings and the glutes. Take your time getting down. Maybe come up on a 1 count or so. Think strength. Exhale on the way up. Use your breath. 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. All right, next move. We've got a renegade row into a rotation. So if you've got a dumbbell, push-up position, we're going to row to the bottom of the ribs and then rotate and press to the sky. If you don't have the dumbbell, do the same pattern. Row, toe heel to feet, side plank, rotate. Halfway, we'll switch arms. Okay? You could always just go down to the forearms. If you don't have equipment or if your wrists bug you, you can always go to the forearms and then rotate from side to side with the side plank. So you've got that as an alternative if this bugs your wrists. Row, rotate. Time on in 3, 2, 1, begin. Pull to the bottom of the ribs. 1 row and then 1 rotational press. Row, rotate. So set the hips. Hips are squared in the row and then toe heel to feet. Shoulder and then up to the sky on the rotation. 1 more rep and then we'll switch. 3, 2, halfway. Let's switch it over to the other side. Row to the rib cage. Rotate, press to the sky. Again, think of it as a skill. Trying to get the skill of the movement first and then add some intensity. You don't want to sacrifice form. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. All right, last move of round 1 is an air squat. No equipment here. Drop the hips, get low, get tall, squeeze the butt at the top. Full foot on the ground. I'm going to call halfway. Halfway, let's pulse. Okay, so that's our next move. Starting in 4, 3, 2, 1, begin. So full range of motion. Drop the hips, get low, get tall. Try to maintain good posture with the torso so we don't want to fold as we drop the hips. Full foot on the ground. Another 5 seconds or so until halfway. 3, 2, halfway. And now we're just gonna pulse. So now we're in a pulsing pattern. Raise and lower the hips. You've got the option, if you like, you could load this with dumbbells, 4A dumbbell, if this is too easy. But again, never sacrifice your form. We want form first and then challenge. 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. We're back to that Romanian style deadlift. Hinge, either with the dumbbells, the band, or body weight. Hands are close to the legs. Notice the flat back here. So we got kind of a straight line from the back of the head to the hips. Set the hips back like you're closing a car door with the butt. Load the hamstrings and glutes. Time on in 4, 3, 2, 1. Begin. If you've got the band, where you grip it determines the challenge. So find that line between great technique, but then challenging the muscles. So we want to think about challenging the hamstrings, the glutes, the arms a little bit, but we don't want to roll with the spine. So don't let the resistance throw your form off. Hips go back. So hinge, exhale, stand, kind of bulletproof at the top, and then repeat. Great mechanics all the way through. Keep breathing. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Terrific work. You're gonna row and rotate next. Pull to the rib cage, rotate to the sky. So it looks like this. Row, rotate. Again, you could just do a rotational plank if this bugs the wrists. 4, 3, 2, 1. Begin. Resist the rotation as you pull to the ribs, and then you can rotate into a side plank, pull and press to the sky. So we're staying right on this arm until halfway. Row, rotate. Grip the handle tight if you've got it. If you don't have it, think about activating the muscles around the lats or the back. So the muscles behind the shoulder blade. Row, open, rotate. 3, 2, halfway. Let's straight it over to the other side. Stay focused. Row, rotate. Quality reps. Again, preserve the joints, challenge the muscles. You're always welcome to modify if you need to. 5, come on, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go into that squat. Get up tall, full range squat. Squat pulse at halfway. Option to hold weight. Full foot on the ground. Make sure not to knock the knees as you drop the hips. 3, 2, 1, begin. Get low, get tall. If you need a little extra challenge, you've got the option to hold the weight. If you've got it. Again, that's only an option. Halfway coming in 5, 4, 3, 2, halfway. Let's pulse. Raise and lower the hips just a few inches. A little burnout here. We want to feel it in the quads, hamstrings, glutes. Embrace the challenge for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Tremendous work. 2 rounds complete. We got 1 round to go. So going back to that hinge. Again, hips back first. Think booty bump. Press the hips back and maintain a flat back throughout the pattern. Time on in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Begin. Strengthen the hamstrings. Don't rush through the pattern. We're really trying to focus on activating the muscles of the lower leg, or the lower body, the hamstrings, glutes, as well as the hands if you're gripping the band or dumbbell. Stay tight there. Think strength. Not necessarily about how many reps you can do. It's just about quality here and activating the muscles. Use your breath. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Great job. Take a breather. We're going back to that row with rotation. Strong upper body, as well as the core. Pull and then rotate. 4, 3, 2, 1. Begin. Pull to the bottom of the ribs. Feel the muscles of the arm and the back work. And then rotate, pull and press. Alternate between those two. Row, rotate. Stay focused on the form. 5 seconds on this side. 4, 3, 2, halfway. Let's switch it over to the other side. Time on for the other arm. Row to the ribs. Rotate, press to the sky. Dig in, great focus. Six, come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. All right, let's finish off with the squats. Get low, get tall. Option to go with weight. Full range of motion. Time on in 3, 2, 1. Begin. All the way down, all the way up. Make sure you can own the movement though. So in other words, don't go so far down that you have to curl at the spine. You want to maintain a good neutral position at the spine. Squeeze the butt at the very top. Practice locking in to a vertical plank at the top and then feeling the lower body work to control the pattern throughout. 5 seconds until halfway. Stay with it. 4, 3, 2, halfway. Little burnout here, embracing the challenge. See if you can keep the hands and the elbows off the knees. Raise and lower. Full foot just pressing down into the ground. Water break after this. 5, come on. 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Awesome job. Little fist bump for you. Grab some water. Take a deep breath. Woo. All right, team. Got a quick block coming up here. No equipment needed for this series. We got 2 moves. We're just going to go back and forth. First move, single leg balance. So we're going to work on our balance. We're going to reach opposite hand down towards opposite toe and then stand and repeat. Now, if you'd like an added challenge, once you get the balance down, if you feel like you need to push yourself a little bit harder, you could add a hop. Okay, but don't do that if you're really struggling with the balance. So it's never going to be perfect, but we always want to focus on, again, good balance and technique first. Halfway, we're going to switch sides. So that's our first move. Single leg balance with your hop option. Time coming on in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Begin. So dropping the hips, opposite hand reaching to opposite toe. Again, think about maintaining good posture so we don't want to roll at the shoulders. We want to stay athletic throughout the pattern. Hips go back and then we're bending the knee to drop down and touch the toe. 3, 2, halfway, let's switch sides. Again, if jumping is too much for you, or if it really throws the balance off, just focus on the balance first. Woo-wee. Stay strong, team. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Next move. Mountain climber to push up. Hands under the shoulders. Good flat back. You're going to count to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2 push-ups. And then repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can speed it up, provided you're keeping the torso parallel to the floor. Don't bounce up and down at the hips. So we really want to avoid bouncing a ton at the core. So you can add a little bit of speed, but don't sacrifice that positioning. You're trying to stay sturdy at the core. So 4 climbers, 2 push-ups, cycle through as many rounds as you've got in good technique. 3, 2, 1, begin. Think vertical forearms in the push-up. 2 on each side on the climber. So 1, 2, 3, 4 total. And then 2 push-ups. And then repeat. Think about screwing the hands into the ground. Really locking the shoulders into a good position. Long spine. Back of the head stays aligned with the spine throughout the pattern. 10 seconds, a little less. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. We're back to the balance. So those 2 moves. Going back and forth. Single leg balance, opposite hand reaches to opposite toe, option to hop. 3, 2, 1, begin. Dial in the balance, and you've got that option to hop. But again, gotta stay athletic in good position throughout. Strong legs, good balance. 5 seconds on this side. 4, 3, 2, halfway. Let's switch it. Great work, team. Again, technique first and then add some challenge. So the hop only comes if you feel like you're really dialed in that balance. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Tremendous. Mountain climb push-up coming. 1, 2, 3, 4. Drop into 2 push-ups. Cycle through. Start late if you need to. Time on in 4, 3, 2, 1. Begin. Great work keeping the back of the head aligned with the spine. Great quality throughout the move. Knee just comes to the hip in that climber. Make strength. Feel the muscles work. Preserve the joints. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. 2 rounds down. We got 1 round to go. Take a deep breath. Think about using your breath to bring the heart rate down just a bit so we can make the most of this last set through. Time on in 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Last set through. Opposite hand reaching to opposite toe. And then you've got the option, if you like, to hop if you got the technique down. 3, 2, halfway. Let's switch sides. Good skill here. Try to master the mechanics. And then see if you can layer on a little bit of intensity. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Push-ups. Mountain climb. 1, 2, 3, 4. Climber. 2 push-ups. We're getting there, team. Finish line on the horizon. Start late if you need to. Time on in 4, 3, 2, 1. Begin. Embrace the challenge in great technique. "15 seconds to go, team." Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Woo! We got one thing to do to finish out, and then we're home free. Split squat burnout is our move. I'm starting and ending with a split squat pattern, 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. Here's how this is going to work. We got 1 set each on each leg. Each set is 45 seconds. We got 15 seconds of a classic static lunge or a split squat. Dip down, stand all the way up. After, I'm going to call switch. On the switch call, we're going to hop. And then the second switch call, hold. So we got 1 set on the left, 1 set on the right, and then finish line. If the split squat pattern feels sketchy on the knees, you could modify the same thing with a squat and just go a couple rounds through. Last thing we're doing, 10 toes squared straight ahead. Try to keep the torso relatively upright. You have a slight lean forward, but we don't want to lean back. Okay, vertical front shin. 15 seconds regular, 15 seconds hop option, and then 15-second hold. 1 set on each leg. Let's rock. 4, 3, 2, 1, begin. Raise and lower. Squeeze the butt at the top. Again, focus on the skill of the movement. Good balance, strong legs. Get low, get tall. Drop the hips. Press through that lead heel. Under the top. 3, 2, switch. So let's add the hop. Don't lose your technique though. So just adding a little hop. If the hop is too much, you can just come onto that lead toe. 3, 2, 1, and now let's hold. Okay, bulletproof in this position. Feel the muscles of that lead leg work. Trail leg is just a kickstand. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch the lead leg. Woo. Last 45 seconds of the day. Same thing on the other leg. Regular split squat hop, split squat hold. 3, 2, 1, begin. Get low, get tall. Drive through a vertical front shin. Great work keeping the torso upright. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's switch to the hop. Again, if the hop is too much, you can just speed up the pattern or come onto the toe. Woo. Prioritize that lead leg. Stay focused on technique. 3, 2, let's hold. Embrace the challenge. Feel the muscles work. Bit of a burner. 6, come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Finish line. Woo! Great job. You have done it. Shake the legs out. Let's have a stretch. Let's start on the wall. Just one hand on the wall. Turn the torso in the opposite direction. Take a couple deep breaths. Stretching out the shoulder, the chest. A couple deep breaths there, and then switch it over to the other side. Feel a stretch across the chest and the shoulder. Breathe down to your hips. Let's get a quad stretch. Just standing up nice and tall, heel to butt. Think about maintaining good posture so we don't want to hinge back. Stand up tall, straight line from the down toe up to the crown of the head. Once you get a couple deep breaths, let's switch it over to the other side. It's the same move on the other side. Stay tall, try not to flare at the ribs. Breathe towards your hips. Awesome job. Child's pose next. From tabletop position, bring the heels together. Knees out wide, take the hips back. Reach the arms ahead, take a couple deep breaths towards your hips. Once you get a couple of deep breaths, step the right foot outside the right hand. Drop the right elbow down towards the floor. Breathe down towards your hips. Open up the inside arm to the sky. Get long across the chest. Deep breath. Drop the hips back. Straighten out. Hamstring stretch. Dig this lead heel into the floor. Breathe down towards your lower back. Let's start it over. On the other side, back at tabletop, step the left foot outside the left hand. Drop the left elbow towards the ankle. Open up the left arm to the sky. Get long across the chest. You're gonna drop in the hips back, straighten out the lead leg, hamstring stretch here. Deep breaths. Tabletop position next. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Couple of cat camels. Arch the back, hammock the spine. And then curl the toes, float the hips up to the sky, looking back at the feet, pedal out. One heel to the ground, bend the other knee, alternating side to side. Press both heels to the floor, chest to thighs. Good. When you're ready, slowly walk the hands back to the toes, bend the knees, curl your way back up to a standing position. And you have done it, y'all. That is a wrap. Awesome job, everyone. Little virtual fist bump for you. As always, thanks for joining. Let me know if you have questions, comments, concerns. Otherwise, be well and stay strong, team. I will see you next time. Awesome job.